The featured company is a paid client of Proactive Group Holdings, and this recording is disseminated by Proactive on its behalf.
There is a very high density of the 50 plus population. And really that when you talk about dementia and Alzheimer's, the risk increases dramatically as you age.
Welcome back inside our Proactive newsroom, and joining me now is Christopher Moreau. He is the CEO of Algernon Health. And Chris, it's great to see you again. How are you?
I'm good, Steve. It's very good to see you too.
Yeah, so big news out from the company that you've decided on your first location for your pet clinics. It's going to be in Florida. And we'll talk about that in just a second. But maybe just remind everyone a little bit about sort of the direction Algernon is now headed in.
Right. Last year, we announced that Algernon was going to be stepping into the nuclear medicine space, and specifically a new med tech, by introducing a new PET scan unit, which is a standalone unit, meaning it's not a combination of a PET or CT scanner. That's the way PET devices are run. This is a standalone PET scanner, and it's specifically designed to image the human brain. And so the clinics that we plan on opening, the first one we just announced today, which will be in Florida, will be dedicated to scanning the brain. We'll be able to scan for the amyloid plaque that is present in patients that have Alzheimer's. We'll also be able to scan for patients that may have epilepsy or MS, even brain cancer. So this will be really the first brain dedicated PET scan clinic in the United States.
It will be located on the HCA Florida University Hospital campus. So why Florida? Why that is your first choice?
Well, there is a very high density of the 50 plus population. And really that when you talk about dementia and Alzheimer's, the risk increases dramatically as you age. So within the area that we're locating this first clinic, there is a very good population of that 50 plus population. And so that's important because those will be those are the patients that we're going to be scanning at our clinic.
Now, Chris, a lot of what you're planning on doing at this particular clinic is covered by Medicaid, and that's something new now as far as PET scans are concerned, correct?
Well, it's really the scans are covered by Medicare, Medicaid, and private insurance, and that is a PET scan for Alzheimer's. But there are other scans that we will do for epilepsy, MS, Parkinson's. Those are typically covered by Medicare, Medicaid, private insurance as well. But what's important is not only is our PET scan covered, but so are the treatments for Alzheimer's. Now, prior to 2 years ago, there wasn't really much of a need to PET scan a patient because whether you were confirmed as having Alzheimer's or not, there was nothing really they could do in terms of treatment. Now with 2 new treatments, it is important to know if you have these amyloid plaques, and the amount of plaque also helps the clinician decide what the progress is of the disease, and they can make decisions on treatment. So the treatments are covered, and so is the PET scan, and that's going to be a significant part of the patients that come through our clinic.
So tell me a bit about timeline here, Chris. When are you hoping to have this one up and running?
Well, we're working behind the scenes now. I think it would be safe to say that we're targeting between 3 to 4 months before we'd be able to start taking referrals and actually start to screen patients.
And just to remind everyone, this is one of many you're hoping to be operating in the US, correct?
We want to, and our plans are to open these clinics right across the United States, many clinics in each state, and there's an enormous need. And this is going to be an important. It's a first of. This is the first brain dedicated PET scan clinic in the U.S. And yes, the market is significant.
Well, appreciate the time. Congratulations. We look forward to talking more as we get closer to the date of the first patient being put into the clinic. So, Chris, thanks so much. Good to see you.
Okay, Steve, take care.
All right, Christopher Moreau, the CEO of Algernon Health.
The featured company is a paid client of Proactive Group Holdings, and this recording is disseminated by Proactive on its behalf. It is for informational purposes only and does not constitute investment advice, an offer, or a solicitation to buy or sell any securities. Viewers should conduct their own research and consult a qualified financial advisor before making investment decisions. The views expressed are those of the speaker and do not necessarily reflect those of Proactive Group Holdings, trading as Proactive Investors, or its affiliates. No responsibility is accepted for any loss arising from reliance on the information presented.